Carmelo Anthony could potentially, and it seems like he will, test free agency this coming year. In the offseason, certainly the New York Knicks are not going to be destined, it appears, unless they turn it around very, very quickly to make the postseason this year in the horrific, historically bad Eastern Conference via the New York Post, so take it with a grain of salt. One source said, he, as in Carmelo, saw Stephon Marbury, get heckled by some fans on Christmas. And then the source goes on, he doesn't want to be the next Marbury. He's very sensitive. Are they basically saying, and maybe this is just an outsider's perspective looking in, an NBA fan's perspective outside of New York, are they going to make him out to be the scapegoat if they lose this year and don't make the playoffs? Carmelo Anthony, is he the easy target?
Who's they?
Fans.
No, I don't think so. The team is so poorly run, and everybody knows that it's poorly run.
Sure.
You know, it has been poorly run.
But you're saying he doesn't take the grunt of the blame over and over and over again because he's such an offensive-minded player, no defense.
Well,
he should be carrying the team more.
If you're a great player and you're on a team that won nearly 50 games last year and then is going to lose, maybe they did win 50 games last year, and is going to turn around and lose 50 games this year, which is where they're headed. Then you're going to take some of that blame, always. Just like you're going to get credit when the team's good. So, yeah, he should get some blame. He's not.
But I'm saying like 80% of it.
No, I don't think so, because the team's so poorly run and the supporting cast is, you know, it's flawed and they don't have the draft choices and they haven't built the team the right way.
Sure.
But, you know, they can talk him into staying if they can convince him that they have a manner to get good players around him. But if I were he and I wanted to go, I'd go. I mean, and I wanted to win, I'd go, because I don't think the Knicks, with that management and that cap situation, are close to winning.
I completely agree with you. Now, the BigLead.com man, I believe the New York Post even said, oh, well, this means the window is wide open for Carmelo to leave New York and go to either Chicago with the Bulls, which will never happen, or you don't want to build around Carmelo and Derrick Rose, sorry. Or they were saying the Clippers. Or the Lakers. The Lakers we've talked about previously, but now the Clippers.
Because of all his other dealings that he wants to go to a really big market.
Correct. With Jordan, and I believe we have some of those pictures. He even took some pictures at a Jordan event, I believe, or at least he was rocking the shit out of some Jordan gear. He has like a watch deal. He has a deal with Jordan. There he is right there. Yeah, that definitely was a Jordan event. You see it in the backdrop. So they were saying LA, New York, or Chicago.
Loggia event.
A what?
A Robert Loggia event. Can we put that picture up again? It's a great Big reference.
I've seen Big. I haven't seen it in a few years, but I grew up on it.
He's the older guy. The guy who runs the company.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Is that one of your favorite Tom Hanks movies?
It's a great Tom Hanks movie. There's a lot of great Tom Hanks movies.
What's your favorite?
Saving Private Ryan.
Ah, okay. Solid choice. So here's the other big question, and then we'll wrap up this clip. Actually, I have two for you. The Knicks' future, Kevin Love, Rajon Rondo, they're both rumors, but will they come to fruition?
No, I don't think they can afford them. I don't think they can get them. They don't have anything to trade.
Next year's free agency, no?
They don't have any cap room. They can't, I mean, they don't, they're in a...
Well, they can drop, that's the thing. They could drop Bargnani. They can drop Amari Stoudemire. They can get rid of all these contracts, probably Tyson Chandler, in order to get Kevin Love and Rajon Rondo.
Stoudemire, his contract's not up. They don't have...
They can get rid of him, not this free agent period, next free agent period, in order to free up cap room to sign those guys.
Okay, well, I mean, will the Knicks... Are you asking me whether the Knicks will be good in 2 years? Yeah, well, maybe, but I mean, that means next year is going to be horrible. That's the only way to get there.
And very quickly, does he stay or does he leave?
I think he probably leaves, but if he limits himself to Chicago or Los Angeles, he might be in trouble. And I'm telling you, I can tell by the way people are writing about it.
Yeah.
Like, don't discount Washington. When Washington gets good, that is going to be a place that
is that a market he wants to go to?
You can do a ton of. It's a huge market for that. It's not.
It's not as appealing though as LA, New York, Chicago.
I think it's as appealing as Chicago. I don't know why Chicago would be more appealing in that regard.
Okay, well, I haven't been to Washington. I've been to Chicago once or twice.
You've never been to Washington?
No, I haven't.
But when that team catches that city's imagination, it's going to be huge. Those tickets will be huge. Important people will be at those games. Everybody, Republicans, Democrats, senators, ambassadors, people will be at those games regularly, and you got a chance to play with a serious point guard, and they'll have some cap room coming up for some significant moves. And what you saw with the end of that Wizards game is what the Wizards desperately need is John Wall to to be able to penetrate and give someone the ball in the fourth quarter.
So Carmelo, Bradley Beal, John Wall. That's what you're saying.
You add, the Wizards can get good with somebody short of Carmelo, but if they added Melo, that would change the nature of that team.
All right, interesting.
I say that, I've not read that anywhere, I'm just suggesting.
Right. We go back and forth all the time with Carmelo Anthony. It's just going to be interesting to see what exactly happens in the free agent period.